what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rise. We're back here at Crown Eurocars in St. Pete, Florida, and guess what? I got that big, bad mamma jamma for you, and it's this vehicle right here. This is your Cadillac Escalade-V. But before we get into this full-size, fully supercharged SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. So the V-Series family gets its early starts in the 2000s, and that's where we saw cars like the CTS-V, ATS-V really make a name for themselves. The lineup has expanded. Not only do we have the new Blackwings, but we also now have the Escalade-V. Now this is not a Blackwing-esque vehicle, even though it has more horsepower than the CT5V or 4V Blackwings. It's meant to kind of bridge the gap from extreme performance, but also bringing those touches of luxury that Cadillac is known for. Now, when we say performance SUV, there's a lot to choose from, and there's a lot of different definitions on what a performance SUV is. What I want to find out, though, is the Cadillac Escalade-V the best one ever built? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, just the shape of this thing, knowing that it's got the supercharged power underneath the hood, really just screams so much about what Cadillac is trying to bring from the style side, but also the performance. Now up front, you're gonna see that great style of headlight design. You got your LED headlights, and then working our way down, love the way they work the turn signals and the daytime running lamp into the lower housing. My big zonk is, why do we have fake vent here? This should either be LED lighting for fog lamps, decorative lighting, but not decorative vents, or be functional vents. Let me know how you feel about that part. Now, you'll notice how the body color section ends, and that's where they add a gloss black splitter that is unique to the V, to the Escalade-V. And then as we come across the front, crazy to think how much history is behind the Cadillac crest. I like the way it's all pure silver. Some of the silver is a little darker than other sections. You're gonna get your V-Series grille specific to the Escalade-V. Gloss black up top, gloss black down below in the sides, and then dropping it like it's hot, because it's hot out here. This whole lower section is unique to the Escalade-V. Very aggressive, fully functional, which is wonderful. And then you'll notice how they took that gloss black splitter and also extended the front fascia that's also body colored. What's fascinating is that the Escalade made its appearance back in 1999. And what's kind of funny about the original Escalade, it's basically a GMC Yukon Denali with Cadillac badges on it. That's it. Then for the second gen, they realize, hey, we got something here, and that's what brings us to this kind of level. Now, as we take the elevator up, nice big broad aircraft carrier size hood, you can land an F-22 Raptor on this thing. Love the indentations, great body lines, and of course, we got that pearlescent metallic paint. More metallic in it than your grandpa's balls. His bowling balls can't touch the metallic on this Escalade. Now, as we come around the bend, of course, we're gonna have unique wheels and tires. So what you're gonna find on the V, you're not getting 24-inch wheels. These are 22-inch wheels, gunmetal metallic gray, multi-spoke design. Look at that wild cherry red Brembo 6-piston caliper with the V-Series badging on it. Tires, all four corners are 275 on the width, and you got a 50 series sidewall, and of course this has 4-wheel drive. So you got power being directed towards the rear because this is a rear-wheel drive SUV, and power going to the front wheels as well. But let me know what you think about the wheel color with the white. I think it's classy and sporty all at the same time. Now coming down the side of the vehicle, of course you're gonna have power folding side mirrors, LED lighting, 360-degree cameras. We got our ginormous V-Series badge. And then from the side of this vehicle, this is your standard Escalade-V. You can get an Escalade-V ESV, which is even longer, if that's how much mail. If you have so much mail you got to haul, because this thing can haul the mail, you could go ESV, which is even longer. Now, what I like is when I open up the door, you do have those automatic dropping running boards, the way they come up and go down. A little bit of gloss black trim, just a little butter knife thin piece of gloss black trim on the bottom here. Color matched on the door handles, and you'll notice on the door handles, you do have LED lighting. So very nice touch to welcome you as you approach. It does have raised roof rails. I would love to see this thing without roof rails. Let me know in the comment section if you think that you should be able to get a roof rail delete. That would be killer. Working our way towards the rear, they have, of course, you gotta have another Cadillac crest. So much history. And then swinging around wide, I love the tail end of the business here. And I'm actually gonna have Steven kind of come over just a little bit more to show you how clean the back is. No rear wiper. It's tucked underneath. You got this long roof spoiler, the Cadillac crest. You push this and that opens up the back with the gloss black trim. Of course, we got that amazing LED lighting. Look at the way they do the laser etching inside the housing. Very, very Art Deco. V-Series badge. And then guess what? Dropping it like it's hot. And like I said, it's very, very hot out here. You're gonna get that quad tip exhaust. I love the gloss black tips. It is an active exhaust, so you can make it louder or quieter, depending on how many people you want to. Are you a people pleaser? Is that what you are? Then you're probably never gonna open it up. I say piss people off and let that LT4 supercharged V8 rumble. Love the way they work the lower bumper with the diffusers. And then of course this comes off the cover because you can tow with this vehicle. But why don't we go ahead, let's get underneath the hood and check out the heart of the Escalade-V. All right guys, we got the hood pop. I do like on the underside of the hood, you got the V-Series badge. You do have hood struts, of course, to hold the hood open. Underneath the hood, there she is in all her glory. That is that supercharged LT4 V8. It actually has the plate on it of the person that hand assembled it at the GM Performance Center in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Here's where things get crazy. Even though this is not a Escalade-V Blackwing, what it does have is 682 horsepower at a 6.2 liters of supercharged goodness, 653 pound-feet of torque, made it to a 10-speed automatic. Get ready for this. 0 to 60 in about 4.2 seconds, quarter mile in 12.5 at 112 miles per hour. And the fact that it has that, even though it weighs a tick under 6,000 pounds, it could tow 7,000 pounds. MPGs, if you really care, you better go get a Prius, because this gets 11 in the city, 16 on the highway. But to think about this thing accelerating like it does, why don't we go ahead, why don't we fire it up and hear what this beast sounds like. All right, guys, we are inside this 2023 Cadillac Escalade-V. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, that's a really interesting question that you bring up, because when I think of performance SUVs, there's so many different kinds. And I'm very, very curious about the Escalade-V. How much is it? Well, brand new, the way that this one is optioned is around $165,000. This one has an asking price of $152,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels. Love the clean style. So you have the black leather up top with the white contrast stitching. The big zonk is the dark wood with the veneer. If it was just raw dark wood, I would be happy with it. But the veneer gives it a fuddy-duddy vibe that doesn't fit this vehicle. You do have heated seats, ventilated seats, and I like the way the buttons are easy to get to for the passenger. You have some of GM's carbon flash metallic around the window switch gear. It's not just gloss black. And then check out the piping and the stitching. Very, very nicely done. Now the door pocket, jumbo size, easily get 4 calzones with extra pepperoni and a bottle of Coca-Cola to wash it down. And we have the AKG 36 speaker sound system. Now going from the door panel to the dash, love the stitching, don't love the wood. Stitching good, wood not so good. But as you slide on in, you're gonna get your 36 inches of screen display. What I like about it is, first of all, the way they take the leather material and put the stitching, and they segregate the main area from the digital gauge cluster, so it's not just a big wall. Easy to use infotainment system. Obviously, when it comes to all the familiar apps, just like any other GM vehicle, one thing I always like to point out is the camera quality. I mean, super clear resolution, 360, more cameras than what they used on the moon for the moon landing. And that's not Lance Armstrong that landed on the moon, kids. It's Neil Armstrong. And he had both of his testicles, just so you know. This does have the video record, digital performance video recorder, which is nice. So you can have that record all the action. And then working your way down, you got the silver toggle switches for your dual climate. This is gonna control your 10-speed automatic. You see this little V right here? That's your V button, you hit that. And then you'll notice how on the screen here with the V mode, you could adjust everything from brake feel, engine shifting, suspension, the whole shebang. Because remember, we have MagnaRide 4.0. I bet you never had a 4.0 when you were in school. You could have a 4.0 with your MagnaRide. More of the wood, like I said, not my favorite. Open up the door, 2 cup holders, a place to put your Tootsie Rolls, USB-C, USB-A. On the side here, you do have your side pocket with some felt lining. This is where you could put your iPhone 47, and then you could get yourself a 12-volt adapter to charge it. You got your direct drive control knob if you don't want to touch the screen. This is where your wireless phone charging is. Love the leather, the piping, the way it says Escalade. Nicely done. Open it up, the cool box. This is where I always keep my box of Twinkies. Keep them nice and cool and chilled, especially on a day where it's 100 freaking degrees. USB-C, USB-A, and then check out the seats. You got the AKG in the headrest. Wonderful stitching, needle point perfection on the piping. Full electric assist for the passenger. Full electric assist, of course, for the driver. You got the Alcantara headliner. These silver things and black things up here, they're freaking speakers. 36 speakers. I don't even think my house has 36 speakers. Looking at all the different TVs and stuff. And then, of course, we got a power sunshade with that panoramic sunroof. I'm closing it because it's about to blind me. And then to put the cherry on top of this big sundae, there's our digital rear view mirror. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this Escalade-V. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. Those automatic dropping running boards. You do have the nice Escalade sill plate, lights up LED, pedal box, aluminum brake pedal, throttle, but no aluminum dead pedal. That's a zonk. That's sad. Look at how over here they put a little V series badge for you. This is where you could raise and lower because you have the adaptive air ride suspension. You could raise and lower your V. And then you got all those great seat controls, including, of course, the massage setting. I'm 6 feet tall. If you don't have enough room in here, I don't know. You must be using some kind of vehicle that they use at Jurassic Park to drive around in because you can't fit in anything else. Steering wheel, love the leather. As you can see, we have Super Cruise, that autonomous driving, stitching, nice Cadillac badge, the V badge, more of the fuddy-duddy wood. Give me carbon fiber, damn it. And then you'll see on the backs of the steering wheel, you have the metal paddles for the 10-speed automatic. It is a power tilting and telescoping wheel. And then this is a heated steering wheel too. And then you got that beautiful digital gauge cluster with that tack in the center. Ooh, I can't wait to take you on throttle. And there's a HUD, a head-up display. But why don't we get into the mid-row and third row? Because I'm jonesing to go on throttle. All right, guys, we are here in the mid-row. And this is one of those things that what's wonderful is that a lot of the touches on the front passenger and front driver fall into the mid-row as well. You're getting this beautiful soft leather, premium leather, an armrest fit for a human arm. Love it. And then of course you got these 12.6-inch touchscreen monitors. You could watch, wow, Rady's Rides on it. Anything you want, but I would prefer if you watch Rady's Rides, of course. You got a pocket here to keep your 2 family-sized 1-pound bags of Twizzlers. And then you got another command center back here. 3 stages of heated seats, no ventilated seats. That's a zonk to me. Open that up, there's your 2 cup holders. Down below, we got USB-Cs, HDMIs, and a home power source. I have my own screen. Let me get this headrest out of my neck. What's great about the seats is that they slide. Of course, they recline. And then one thing I really want to show you is I want to take you to the back. We're going to do this all in one shot. Watch this. I'm going to try not to get hit in the face. Look at all that room. Come on in. How you been? Welcome to Village Inn. So you do have, believe it or not, the ability to fold down the seat all by pressing this button. I do have plenty of headroom, which is great. My AKG speakers, AC vents, USB-Cs, a little bit of padding on the armrest, which is nice, and then a tiny cup holder, perfect for a little juice box. Maybe some juicy juice, but look at how they did the great leather. All 3 rows, and look at how low my freaking knees are. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the cargo area, because we're going on throttle in this Escalade-V. All right, guys, time to get in the cargo area. Hit the Cadillac crest. Nice electric assist. You're gonna be greeted to, believe it or not, 25 cubic feet of space with the 3rd row up. Here's our subwoofer from AKG, that premium sound system. On the passenger side, we have all of our switch gear to fold down our 3rd row and our mid row. And of course, we have a home power source. To fold the row down, real simple, just tap it, and there she goes. Nice, smooth, look at that. Super flat. Now you're looking at 75 cubic feet of space. You fold down the mid row, you're looking at 121 cubic feet of space. So what's great about this vehicle is how versatile it is. And if you wind up getting kicked out of your house because you bought one of these, hell, I got an easy solution for you. Get an electric air compressor and an inflatable bed. You could sleep in this. This could be your rolling apartment. How many people say that their apartment could do 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds? Not many. Underneath the rear cover here, you do have a little bit of storage space. Easily get 55 Twinkies. And then of course that mid-row folds down nice and flat, super wide. You even got Alcantara all over the back of the headliner. It goes all the way back. So Cadillac doesn't cheap out on the materials. But what I want to find out is, does Cadillac cheap out on the on-throttle excitement? I think I already know the answer, but why don't we get into this Escalade-V and hit it. All right, guys, we are inside this Escalade-V. 682 horsepower, supercharged. If you're ready, I'm ready. We're gonna start off with launch control. I got it in V mode. Hold down the brake with the left foot, right foot on throttle. On throttle, here we go. Love it. This thing is freaking ridiculous. It just should not drive the way that it does. The attitude, the shifts are so smooth but yet so purposeful. And to think that we're in this almost 6,000 pound beast, but yet there's not a bunch of body roll, there's not a bunch of weight transfer. It stays fairly level. Now getting to the infotainment system screen, well within reach. Beautiful having that tack smack dab in the center. Visibility is actually fantastic. And the Magna-Ride suspension, it shows that GM was the one to come up with the technology, because at this point, it's just so damn good. Those Brembo brakes make you stop on a dime and give everybody some change. And then the sound. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into manual shift mode, and we're gonna see how this thing handles a little bit. But the rumble, Lamborghini Urus might be faster, RSQ8 might be faster, but this thing sounds so damn good. Are you ready? On throw, here we go. On the brakes, look at this. Woo! Yeah! Traction control doing its thing. Yee-hoo! Unbelievable. For the type of vehicle that this is, it really just messes with your judgment and your logic, because you think, oh, that's just a soccer mom's SUV. We're gonna go pick the kids up from school. Well, you could pick the kids up from school, but man, your kid is gonna be a badass when mom or dad comes in an Escalade-V to pick them up through the freaking car lane. This thing is just, it's a beast. It really, really is. And to think that this is not a whole 100% together Blackwing, like this is, it's an Escalade-V. Technically, if Cadillac wanted to, they could make a Blackwing, which would bring even more performance. The 10-speed automatic transmission does a good job up gears and down them. And the traction, and remember, we're not on some summer tire or something like that, something sticky. Still getting great grip, especially with that launch control. But the torque, a little bit of sound of supercharger whine. On throttle. Woo! You just fire them off. You just fire off the shifts like a freaking shotgun. Well, sort of more like a sniper rifle. Sound, I'm gonna hear this in my dreams. Love that V8. And the fact that it has all the versatility, the freaking cool box, the seats with the leather, screens on the back of the headrests. It's just so smooth. The shifts are just so freaking smooth. I love it. I have no need for one of these, but boy, do I want one of these. On throttle, here we go. On the brakes, look at this. Woo! Traction control doing its thing. Rev it out. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. But these are vehicles that are just so damn fun. So damn fun. And just really move the soul, man. You can move the soul of your whole freaking family in one drive. Crazy. Look at this. Holds a line so nicely. And the brakes, I mean, the brakes just take the beating. That's why Cadillac and all the GM performance vehicles use those Brembo brakes. They take the beating. If they can handle a 6,000-pound Escalade, they could definitely handle a C8 Corvette with no problem. But I'm hoping that this has been a good overall on-throttle review for you. We're gonna get back to Crown Eurocars and wrap this one up, so I will see you in a nanosecond. It's been another great day in so many ways here at Crown Eurocars. Definitely got to thank Michael and the rest of the crew at Crown for getting us access to this Escalade-V. Let me know what you think. Is this the best performance SUV ever built? Let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. If it's not, if you don't think it is, let me know what you think the best ever performance SUV is. Do you think it's a Lamborghini Urus, Audi RSQ8? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, think you're being part of the Raise Rights family. Gotta give it up to Stephen Flood, working that camera like a champ. It seems like we start the day off on a plane, and then here we are at Crown Eurocars. So thank you, Stephen, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.